Welcome back to the show, still plenty to come, so if you've just joined us, then there's no need to worry. So what's up first?
No, there's never any need to worry. First of all, we're going out to meet Becky Walsh. Now, she's one of our lovely contributors. She's been popping up all around town, talking to you, and she's here with her amazing life hacks.
I'm here on the streets of Bristol, just trying to make the world a tinsy bit of a better place. Excuse me, you could call me like a pop-up agony aunt, a problem solver. Oh, hang on, I'm not going to shout though, is that all right? Oh, I don't know, I'll just work it out. Okay, I'm just trying to help people here. I'm trying to make the world a better place. A little bit like your mother, but better. Welcome to Becky's Life Hacks.
I only see you when it's all the way, and you're convinced that I am your best friend, and we both dream.
Excuse me, can I ask you something? I think this man has a problem. Oh no, that's the wrong thing to say. Excuse me, I think I can help this lady. I can help you. Excuse me. I know this is really like weird, but I'm kind of like a pop-up agony aunt, and I was wondering if I can help you with any problem that you've got in your life.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, so this is Anne-Marie, and this is Misha, and they just stupidly asked me for directions. Okay, if I had a magic wand and I could solve any problem that you've got going on in your lives right now, what could I solve?
Mine would definitely be money.
So let me tell you an observation about you. So you are the girl that walks somewhere with a map that doesn't look at it. I would imagine that you don't look at your finances either. My advice to you would be to sit down and break out all of your expenses, like how much you've got to live on per week, and get that money out of the cash point and put it in your purse. Don't use your like cash cards. Because then you can see that money running out. Because when you keep pulling money on your card, like you go to the shop and you get shopping, and you put that on your card, it doesn't feel like you're losing any money, but when you actually spend it in notes, you feel it. I'm asking the people of Bristol, how are you feeling? If I could fix anything in the world for you with a magic wand, what would you like me to fix?
Well, I've been feeling a little bit unbalanced when I'm at home. So at work I feel positive on top of things. But when I get home I've been a little bit irritable and grumpy, and I feel like I've got two personas.
Yes, so it's kind of like I'm happy in one place and then I'm not in the other. But then surely when you're at work, it's kind of like, it is genuinely a persona, because we have archetypes in a sense. They're like sub-personalities of the mind, and you step into a particular character. So then at home, perhaps there's a little bit more authenticity kind of coming up, a little bit of dissatisfaction with something.
I guess you're right, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's like the mask is lifted when I get home, take my shoes off, and actually I start to reflect on how I'm really feeling.
Yeah. Do you know what triggers it? Like, is there a particular thing? Like, is it kind of like, I don't know what to do with my time?
Yeah, washing up generally.
Yeah. Washing up, it's actually supposed to be quite cathartic, because if that's a cathartic, I don't know if it's the right way of pronouncing that one, but it's like, you wash up and you're supposed to clean things, and it goes through a process of it's grubby, you wash it, it comes out clean. And I think that metaphorically, it sounds like there's something that you're actually trying to shift and move through. A little bit like coffee grinds, kind of like coming out of the other side. But there's something that you're trying to shift and move through. So you're obviously not allowing yourself to do something that you really want to do. Do you know what that is?
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, I've been spending a lot of time working and not so much time playing music, which is kind of what my release really.
And so when you get home, are you too tired to play music?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Do you know what? You've got a screaming inner child that's just going, I just want to play! I want to play music and I want to express myself.
Yeah.
And so, we have to kind of like adhere to all of those sides of ourselves, the creative side, that archetype of the entertainer comes out at work. So of course you've got an archetype of a music entertainer that isn't getting the voice, because it all comes out at work, and then you're too tired to do it when you get home.
Sounds about right.
You're going to have to rebalance. I mean, I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But maybe there's a balance that can happen where maybe you're not so much of an entertainer at work. Maybe you hold that back a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think your work would suffer. And maybe then you've got that energy to kind of like go, okay, well now I can do my playtime entertaining, and so then you won't get so frustrated. Yeah.
That's pretty sound advice, actually.
If you want to get your own life hack, then head over to my website, beckywalsh.com, and if you want to know where I'll be popping up around Bristol, then you can follow me on Twitter on beckywalsh.com.
Now, no one likes having to come home after work, tired, spending ages cooking dinner, so I'm heading down to Tara's kitchen, where she's going to show you how to make a fantastic meal in only 20 minutes. This is the midweek munch-up, and we are here with Tara in Tara's kitchen. So what are we going to be cooking today?
Yeah, hi, we're going to be cooking, the idea is just some quick, tasty, seasonal suppers that people can knock up when they get home from work, you know? This we're going to be doing today is a hake. Hake is a white fish, really tasty and delicious. And with cabbage, like a bit of a kind of Turkish style cabbage with some saffron and some pine nuts and some raisins, kind of making it up a little bit as we go along, which is the best way. Just chopping a bit of garlic, because garlic is a base for pretty much everything. It makes everything all pretty tasty, you know. I want a kind of really tasty cabbage, because cabbage is really seasonal, but it can be just boiled and boring, can't it? So to do something a bit more interesting with it. So I'm going for a kind of tasty, slightly oily, tomatoey based cabbage with a few spices in it and some sweetness as well.
Sounding very good to me.
Sounding good already, yeah. So we just need to get our pan a little bit hot. And then get some garlic in there. So we'll just get this, just take the outer leaf off, it's looking a bit tired. I've got some pine nuts in here, which are actually not honey, but they're in a honey jar. And these keep them in the fridge. So you can kind of cook your pine nuts along with it a little bit. Not to really brown them too much, because if you brown garlic, it goes a bit bitter. And right at the beginning, to get some salt in anything that you're cooking really. If you put it in at the end, it's just kind of food, taste and salt, but it's not kind of married together, you know what I mean? Just put some tomato puree in it. Because, you know, most people, I normally have this in the fridge.
Yeah,
it's quite a handy thing to have around, so it gives like a base to something. It gives it a bit of a, you know, a bit of oomph. I am going to use saffron and this smoked paprika. You can get sweet smoked paprika, which is what this is. Very Spanish thing to do. Or spicy, this isn't spicy, it's just a sweet one, so it's just got the, how do you think that smells? Yeah? And I put a bit of saffron in as well. I buy these spices online from a really good local company in Bristol, they were great. Going for a bit of sweetness. Oh, no, no. I'm going to put some, what are these? These are raisins. This is a bit of sweetness, so you could use some dried apricot if you had it as well. It'll be about the same thing. So we won't cook that fish quite yet, but I'm just going to put a piece of kitchen cloth on it, because it really makes it sort of dries out the skin, because you really do not want that skin to stick, because the skin's really tasty, it's nice and crispy. And you also want to make sure that it hasn't got any scales on it, which I did actually. You can feel them the opposite way and you just scrape them off with a knife, not a sharp knife, but just a blunt sort of blade of a butter knife or something. Just going to cut it down the middle like this. It does cook down quite a lot, cabbage does as well. And I always think it's good to cook a little bit extra of things, because then it doesn't matter if you've got it in the fridge, you know. Good night, midnight snack or something. Right, so we've got a really steaming hot pan here, smoking literally, which is exactly what you want. I've put lots of salt on the hake, on the crust. This is nice Malden salt, you know, or Cornish salt or something like that you can find these days. And now you want to hear a really big sizzle when you put this in here. See, like that, just like that. And just leave it there to cook on the skin. Meanwhile, this cabbage is cooking away nicely. So fish likes a hot pan and just kind of cook it up through the skin. See, and then at the very last minute when you're ready, just flip it over and then onto a plate and it's ready to go. So basically, in the time that it takes to cook this cabbage, when the cabbage is all on and practically finished, because it doesn't matter if it just sits there, you know, kind of warmish, it doesn't have to be piping hot. And it's on a very low heat anyway, and it's nothing bad that's going to happen to it, it's just going to get tastier and tastier basically. When that's practically on and all ready, then you've got your pan waiting on the heat, just get the fish in, boom. So, nice and brown and crispy.
looking really good.
I'm going to flip it back over again just to get more crispy skin. So now you can see it's pretty much, by feeling it, you can see it's a little bit firmer and it's kind of looks like cooked fish now.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know really. We'll flip it over for milliseconds. And then, onto the plate it goes. A little bit of nice fresh herb, never goes amiss. If you do want the recipe for this, you can go on my website, tarastable.co.uk.
I definitely recommend you guys check it out.
Thanks, Jack.
It's okay.
That looked delicious.
It was, the fish was just on point.
I'm definitely jealous.
You should be. It was fantastic. Maybe I'll get Tara to cook it for you. I would, but I think that might be a bit dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want you to cook it for me. Not just yet. You can
Not yet.
practice a few
Soon,
times first.
soon.
And I will definitely be doing it next time. So coming up, don't forget on Saturday we've got our beach clean. So if you haven't heard about that, look at our Facebook page. We'd love to see you there on Saturday morning, Portishead Beach from 10 till 12. And if you don't know why we're there or why it's important to clean up our beaches, then tomorrow I'll be talking to Giles Watson. He's our local rep for Surfers Against Sewage, and he'll be on tomorrow's show.
I also have a chat with Owen from Oxjam. That's sounding amazing, so look out for that. And we're also at Clevedon Pier. You have a nice chat, don't you?
I do. They've got a new redevelopment underway, and also it's Terry's Gert Lush Guide, so make sure you check that out as well.
But that's it all for today, so we hope you enjoyed the show.
We thank you for watching and look forward to seeing you at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow.
See you then.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.